Welcome back to the Wrexham Career Mode. We have moved this save from FIFA 25 to 26, so we do have some different players. They are around the same rating just to make it up for it. Couldn't bring back any other regions, but we begin, and let's go as we are looking to bring in each and every single one of these players in order to make sure that we do not get relegated this season. Last season it was tight. This season we are looking to secure a nice mid-table finish, and hopefully all those players are able to help us do that. As finally Ryan Reynolds trying to help us, and we are not done there as I decided we were going to go ahead and bring in Ferran Torres back to the Premier League in order to go ahead and bump up that striker position. And while there's still some positions that I would like to upgrade, like the left back, left wing, and goalkeeper position, for now this will do. We're going to go ahead and simulate to January and see how we do halfway through this season with Wrexham. And as we move forward, looking back at some of the previous games, I see lots of wins there in the UEFA Conference League. We currently sit 10th in the Premier League. It's not that bad. Alright, I said I wanted a mid-table finish. 10 is pretty mid-table. You're still in the FA Cup, as our next opponent will be Notts County. However, eliminated in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. As I said, we got some wins in the Conference League number 2, and we are quickly jumping in to some round of 16 action. This episode may be quite quick, but I just kind of want to finish this, save. I didn't want to leave it unfinished on FIFA 25 before I jumped to 26. So I just try to transfer as much as I could in order to just finish it out and have a successful rebuild with Wrexham as we move into the quarterfinals against German club Mainz. First leg, can we get a victory? It is a 3-3 tie, not a victory, but not a loss. So it's going to be win or go home in the second leg of the quarterfinals. We are at home, so we do have an advantage here. And we take full advantage of the advantage as we win 2-0 now against this team from Greece into the semifinals. First leg, we take the victory 2-0. Second leg now for tickets in the Conference League finals. We go ahead and get a 2-1 victory, and just like that, we have secured our spots against Fiorentina, in the finals. We went out in the FA Cup, so not doing good in the Carabao or the FA Cup. Not good for us, not a good look, but hey, we are in the finals of the Conference League, so that could still help us play some Europa League next season as we finish 11th, dropping one spot compared to January. Still not a bad finish, just around the place where I wanted to finish this season. As Man City win the league. But look at this, we are able to pick up these three guys as their contracts were expiring. So they will join us at the beginning of next season. It's now final of the Conference League. Can we become champions of Europe? Yes, we can. Wrexham win the Conference League. With that, the bad finishes in the Premier League, FA Cup, and Carabao Cup mean nothing because we have won the Conference League and will play Europa League next season. Let's go. Alright, new season. We obviously have our 3 players joining us. We have 180 million. Now, I'm not sure where this clip went because we are going to bring this guy in, but we had already brought someone else in. And you guys will see that right now. Now, Armando Broja, I wanted to keep him on the team because in our last save over on FIFA 25, he was phenomenal. He had a nice rating. It didn't carry over to FIFA 26, unfortunately. So we have to sell him to Leeds for just under 7 million. Now, the person that we bought, and I lost a clip of, was that guy right there, the left winger, Barcola. I wasted most of my 180 on him, so not sure where that clip went, but those were our 2 new signings. That one guy, center midfielder, is pretty much going to take the bench position, and then Barcola. As we simulate to January, we have Europa League action, so after we check this up, hopefully we jump straight into the round of 16 action as we are first place currently in the Premier League. Oh my days, that is phenomenal. We are still in the FA Cup as our next match will be against Burnley. We are out of the Carabao Cup. Ever since we won the Carabao Cup, we have just been having absolute stinkers when it comes to the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. But I'm okay with that because right now we sit first in the Premier League. So I'm happy with that. We are not doing too good. We're going to have to pick it up if we want to play some round of 16 action. And, well, that's exactly what we do as first leg of the round of 16 against Lazio. Can we get a victory? Yes, we can. 3-1 as we take the lead in this first leg. And now on to the second leg in order to earn a spot in the quarterfinals. Can we get through? We tie, but it is just enough to make it through as next up we have Olympiacos. An easy team on paper. We should be able to secure a semi-final spot. It's a close win, but a win nevertheless, as now away against Olympiacos. Can we go ahead and secure a spot in the next round? 3-0 win. Yes, we can. As now semifinals, Fenerbahce. Another easy team on paper compared to the team that we have. And we show it as we are able to beat them 2-1. How about this second leg? How's it gonna go? Can we secure a chance to the finals? Yes, we can. We are on to the Europa League finals. However, things are going to be a little bit weird here. We have to play the Europa League final before playing our final match of the Premier League, which is also title deciding. So we have a chance of winning 2 trophies right here as we're going to simulate the Europa League final. Can we become back-to-back champions of Europe? There it is. We have secured Champions League for next season, and even if we had lost that, it would have still been a good season. We would have still played Champions League as Wrexham were able to beat Arsenal in the final game of the season to secure the Premier League. And just like that, we are champions of Europe, champions of England. A phenomenal season. Forget the FA Cup, forget the Carabao Cup. We have won the Europa League and the Premier League. And in this following season, the money shows up for it. So we have lots of money to spend. We have lots of players to buy. Ryan Reynolds, if he's going to finally allow us to start spending money, unlike, back then on FIFA 25, we were getting little to nothing. I'm going to make full advantage of that money as Chelsea accept our offer for Cole Palmer. Now we just have to get that contract sorted out with the player himself. He wants a crucial role. I'll give it to him 5 years, just in case. We have Champions League, which means we can secure, the rebuild here, but that is not a promise. Will we be able to sign Cole Palmer? Yes, we will. And just like that, the reigning Europa League champions, the reigning Premier League champions, have gone ahead and boosted their club that much more as they prepare for their first season of Champions League action. Cole Palmer, he can play midfield, he can play on the wing, 90 rated. Is surely going to help us out a lot. And if we were able to win the Premier League and the Europa League last season, now adding Cole Palmer, imagine what we can do. However, we are not done there. Not yet, as we are going to go ahead and look to make another upgrade to the striker position. We are looking to bring in Alexander Isak from Liverpool. And just like that, it has been done. And as I was saying with Cole Palmer, if we were able to win all that in the last season, now imagine what we can do with Cole Palmer and Alexander Isak joining our team. 2 phenomenal players, hoping that they can carry us to a good Champions League finish. I'm fine with not winning it in this first season, but slowly but surely we got to keep bringing in these high-rated players if we want to complete this rebuild. It should be coming soon. I'm saying within the next 3 to 4 seasons, we secure the Champions League and put this rebuild to end. As we are not done there, as Thiago Almada joins us for 72 million. Not finished there either, as we go ahead and bring Brian Zaragoza for 30 million from Bayern Munich. Then bringing in a fullback, Calvin from Fulham, 25 million. And our final signing of this season, Martin Sastre, free agents, joining us on a free. These are all the players we went ahead and brought in. 6 phenomenal players. Let's see how this season is going to go, because I am excited. Let's go ahead and find out. All right, now here in January, we currently sit 3rd in the Premier League. Not the best, however, you know, there's only 3 points between us and Man City. We went ahead and won the Community Shield. Very nice. We are still in the FA Cup. We are still in the Carabao Cup. We haven't been able to do that ever since we won it. We won the UEFA Super Cup against the champions. And look at that. We are first place in the Champions League, which allows us to jump into some round of 16 action against Feyenoord. This should be an easy victory, and it is 2-1. We should be able to secure quarterfinal action in this match, just like that we do. Now we have Ajax, another team from the Netherlands, and another team which on paper we should easily get through. As the first leg finishes, it is a 2-2 tie. It's a little scary. It's win or go home in this quarterfinal match. We are at home, which gives us an advantage. Can we get the victory? Yes, we can. 3-0. On to some semi-final action. Another easy team on paper, Galatasaray. First leg. Can we beat Galatasaray? Yes, we do. It is tied as Osimhen. Really wanted to keep Galatasaray there, but no, not enough. Second leg to secure a spot in the Champions League final. There it is. 2-1. Osimhen trying to fight back, but still not enough. And in the finals, we will face off against PSG, who we already beat in the UEFA Super Cup. Now let's look at how we did. We won the Premier League with quite a bit amount of space. Obviously, we already know we won that Community Shield. We were also able to win the FA Cup. Did we also go and win the Carabao Cup? Let's see it. Yes, we did. There it is. And then we also won the UEFA Super Cup. So far, everything that we have played, we have won. And now, only the Champions League is left.
The most prestigious club competition in European football. And now it comes down to this, the final itself. Who will prevail? What next? We'll find out on EA TV.
The Champions League final. PSG versus Wrexham. This is going to be a very interesting match. PSG have had to fight a lot of hard teams in order to make it this far. The likes of Barcelona, Juventus, etc. On the other hand, we did get the easier road to the final, but that doesn't matter anymore. What matters is who's going to win here tonight. Forget our victory in the UEFA Super Cup against them. This is it. As no! 4 minutes in, and PSG already lead the game 1-0. Oh my days. PSG have very quickly killed our hopes. However, we may be able to gain them back as we take a shot. Good save from the PSG keeper. Luis Enrique is still the manager of PSG at this point, but damn, man. Just barely getting the match started, and already PSG taking advantage of our mistake, leaving a player wide open in the middle. And just like that, PSG lead this Champions League final 1-0. Not even 10 minutes have passed, and they already lead. This is going to be a very tricky final. for us to try to win. And I'm happy that we did make it to the Champions League final in our first season. But again, if we don't secure the victory here tonight, that is okay with me. I would love to finish off this career mode in this match. However, there is not a lot of pressure as we have more seasons. However, it looks like the players want to put an end to this, as just like that, we have flipped the switch. And Lucas, with his first goal in the Champions League final and 7th of the campaign, 11 minutes in, allows us to tie up the game and brings back hope for Wrexham, for the players, for the managers, for the coaches, for absolutely everyone. PSG quickly trying to respond with a goal for themselves in order to take the lead back. However, Wrexham with some very good defense in order to prevent that, and now it is Wrexham on the attack as Barcola is left alone with an opportunity to score. Takes that shot a little too slow and a little too late. Now it is PSG on the attack with a good switch, as now they may be able to look for a cross. Dembele with the header, and that almost goes in. But luckily for us, we were able to, just do enough for Dembele to header it out a little too wide. And now it is an opportunity for us to go on the attack as Fernandes sends the ball to Alexander Isak. He gets absolutely bodied, and now it is PSG. No, back to Wrexham, who quickly recover the ball. The ball is getting played through nicely here as Alexander Isak has an opportunity at goal. But the same way that Dembele's header went way wide, Alexander Isak's shot curves just a little too much, and it goes wide as well. Now it is PSG on the attack. However, nice and quickly, we are able to stop that, and now we may be on a counter as Cole Palmer sends the ball to Fernandes, who quickly is going to look for a pass back to Cole Palmer, who is left wide open and almost scored his first goal of this Champions League final. Fantastic save from the PSG goalkeeper. Header from the corner goes over the bar. We had an opportunity to take the lead there, but not yet. We are going to have to keep waiting. Will we even be able to take a lead in this match? Because PSG just continue attacking like crazy. As we see it right here, they are doing it again. PSG on the attack. Dembele. Luckily, that shot is blocked. PSG still on the attack, still having possession. Very bad shot, but unfortunately, we do end up getting a touch on that, which allowed PSG to get a corner in. Luckily, quickly clearing that, ball heads to Alexander Isak, who may be able to pull off a counter-attack now. He has no one with him, which allows him to not do much. However, there out of nowhere, Cole Palmer is there. He may be able to score a goal, and he does. Out of nowhere, no one was helping Alexander Isak. I believe that was Fernandes who gave the assist out of nowhere. Fernandes and Cole Palmer link up with Alexander Isak, allowing Cole Palmer to score a goal in this Champions League final to allow us to take the lead. There it is. However, PSG are still in this match, and they are definitely dominating as they're going to look for a shot. Luckily, that is an easy save for the Wrexham goalkeeper, as now Wrexham may be able to get on the attack. Wrexham slowly building out, and now this may be an opportunity for Alexander Isak as he's able to get past the defender. Ball sent into the middle, and in just a matter of moments, Cole Palmer scores two, and the lead is a lot bigger now for Wrexham, now leading 3-1. 2 goals between the two teams. Cole Palmer able to score another goal in this Champions League final. PSG have been attacking, but it's those slip-ups when it comes to the counter-attacks that have allowed Wrexham to take full advantage and lead and take control in this match, as Cole Palmer is looking for another counterattack, running, sprinting down the wing. He may look for a cross. He does. Alexander Isak. Just before the end of the first half, Alexander Isak able to score off an assist from Cole Palmer. He gets his 12th goal of the campaign. First of this Champions League final, and now Wrexham are leading 4-1 in this Champions League final. And PSG better hope this whistle blows quickly because they seem completely lost. And it does. End of the first half in this Champions League final, and Wrexham lead 4-1. However, quickly starting this second half, PSG are searching for a comeback. They are fighting stronger than before. They are looking for that second goal. However, a phenomenal save from the Wrexham keeper. We had a fantastic shot, an even better save to deny PSG's second goal of the match. And just as we have been scoring every single goal off of counterattacks, we may be able to do it again as Cole Palmer with a beautiful pass. Barcola onto Alexander Isak, and another goal. A phenomenal pass from Cole Palmer. A unselfish pass from Barcola. And a fantastic finish from Alexander Isak. Allow Wrexham to go now 5-1 in this Champions League final. And it is that counter-attack play which is absolutely killing PSG, as now Wrexham could be on the lookout for yet another goal. Some nice passing here from the defenders of Wrexham, who can easily now waste the clock and secure this Champions League final. However, the attackers for Wrexham want more. Ball sent in. A phenomenal strike. Alexander Isak, I believe that is a hat trick. Left wide open. A phenomenal volley. 14th goal of the campaign. Phenomenal from Alexander Isak. As now PSG 6-1 down. Can they at least get one more goal to not make them feel as bad? Well, they are truly fighting to search for that one more goal. PSG may be able to pull it off here. No, a very bad shot right there. Easy save. PSG continue, though. They aren't finished. Another simple save, though. They are having these opportunities, throwing them away. Or are they going to throw this one away as a mistake from Wrexham may allow PSG to score? I mean, PSG is a phenomenal team. With another goal, it could be an opportunity for a comeback. If we can score this much goals in one half, they can surely do it too. Good block right there as we just send the ball out, not even wanting to think about that. And now the way we've been scoring all of our goals, we have an opportunity for a counter-attack, cross sent in, header, oh, but it hits the post. We had an opportunity to go up 7-1. But that header from Lucas, the man who scored the goal to tie this game early in the first half, his header hits the post, unfortunately. And now it is PSG who is on the attack. Good slide tackle to send the ball out for a corner. PSG are going to look to play this corner. They do so, play it short. PSG looking, searching, yearning for another goal. However, this Wrexham defense is doing phenomenal. Emery onto Pacho, who takes a very bad shot. And almost just like the Wrexham defender taking the ball away. And now once again, Wrexham may be on for a counter-attack. No, PSG quickly taking the ball away. Instead, it may be an opportunity for PSG to find themselves back in this match. It hits the post and the keeper able to get it. Almost a second goal from PSG. Almost an own goal from Wrexham. But a very good instinct and good reaction from the Wrexham keeper allows this match to stay at 6-1. However, PSG keep pushing and force Wrexham to continue to make mistakes, which continues to allow PSG to take more shots. Cross in, a beautiful volley. And in the 78th minute, this game is now 6-2. PSG still have to do a lot if they want to win this match. However, if they keep fighting the way that they have been, it may allow them, maybe not, as Barcola, hold on, he takes a shot. Good save from the PSG keeper. As I was saying, PSG keep fighting the way that they have, who knows? A comeback could always happen. Wrexham, though, wants to shut off PSG. A phenomenal shot, but an even greater save from the PSG goalkeeper, as now a corner for Wrexham. Substitutions made as Almada is going to go in head and sub in for Lucas, who was a savior in the first half, allowing us to come back from a very early 1-0 loss. And now it is time for a corner kick. Can we score off of this? Can we get a seventh? PSG once won a Champions League final 5-1. We want to shatter their record for most goals scored in a Champions League final. We have done that, but I mean shatter by scoring a lot more as the ball is being moved nicely. Almada with a nice play to Barcola, who takes a shot. He had a little too much curve off of that, and it misses. As we see there, Alexander Isak, the man who was able to get a hat-trick here in the Champions League final. Now substitutions made. Pulisic versus Palmer, the Wrexham coach. We want to go ahead and waste a lot of time here. The clock is ticking, and it seems quite impossible for PSG to make a comeback, but never say never, so we want to continue attacking. And if it means defending, we want to waste time, as PSG are stuck in their own half at the moment. A big ball sent out, however, quickly. Stop right there by Konate, who is now on the run. Ball sent into Barcola, who is now able to pull back, sends the ball to Almada, now onto Fernandez. However, he quickly loses the ball. This game is 6-2, and it is getting closer and closer to the 90th minute. It looks as though Wrexham are going to be able to become champions of the Champions League. PSG looking for another goal. Unfortunately for them, not able to get it done. Some good defense right there, and it is going to be Endrick who joins PSG late in this second half, hoping he can score a goal to maybe make a comeback for his team. However, with 2 minutes left, that is looking near impossible. Well, it doesn't look impossible. It's another goal as a phenomenal touch from Barcola. Phenomenal curve. And with 30 seconds left in this final, Bradley Barcola gets another goal for us. And he has just scored the 7th goal for Wrexham here in the night. A phenomenal long ball. Phenomenal touch. A phenomenal shot. And just like that, in our first season of the Champions League, of being able to play Champions League, it is going to be Wrexham who are Champions League winners. The rebuild has been complete. All the way from FIFA 25, moving it over to FIFA 26, being able to win the Conference League, the Europa League, the Champions League consecutively. We have been able to finish this career, but I'm not sure how much seasons it took. I think it... hold on. I believe in 25, we may have played 3 seasons, another 3 here, so this could have been a 6 or 7 seasons to fulfill this career mode. It doesn't matter though, you guys can go back and count. I don't care. We were able to get it done. We are able to lift the Champions League trophy against PSG, beating them 7-2. We have done it with Wrexham. 2 Premier Leagues, 2 Carabao Cups, an FA Cup, a Europa League, a Conference League, and now a Champions League. Wrexham have done it. What a phenomenal team we were able to build. And now, in the city of Wrexham over in Wales, the fans are going crazy. Ryan Reynolds is going crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed this career mode. It was a bit of a weird one, having to switch from FIFA 25 to then 26. But nevertheless, I think I made it work quite nicely. Again, I just kind of wanted to get it over with. I didn't want to... And I don't mean over with, but just finish it. But I just meant I didn't want to leave that career mode left on a blank, left in the middle of nowhere. I wanted to go ahead and finish it. That's why I decided to move it to 26. It was a little wobbly, a little weird. but we got it done nevertheless. I hope you guys enjoyed. We will see you guys all next time.